This video is a part of my Learning Python 3 Basics series. In this video I will go over a short list of editors, how to make a virtual environment, how to print text to the terminal, and a few other things that will help you get started with Python. Starting off, there are IDEs and text editors, and I've pulled up a website that just shows the differences between those. An IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. It's a set of tools that work together, and that also includes a text editor, compiler, build or make integration, debugging, and many other things. An editor is simply that, a tool that is designed to edit text. So starting off with which editor you should use, there are quite a few common ones such as PyCharm, VS Code, Sublime Text, and Python's IDLE, and many more. So if you just search VS Code, stands for Visual Studio Code. That's my preference, that's what I use, and it's an IDE. So it comes with, all the tools that you'll need. If you download PyCharm, make sure you get the Community Edition. It is free if you get the Community Edition. Sublime Text. And of course, since you're going to be working with Python, you're going to need to go to python.org or just simply search Python, and then it should be the first result that comes up. And just go to the downloads, and it should recommend what you should download for your version, which mine is Windows. And that will download the latest version. You just click it, run it. It's really simple and straightforward. So moving on, I'm going to open up my Visual Studio Code, and we're going to create a new file. I'm going to name it main.py. Py stands for Python, so anytime you see a .py, that's a Python file. Now your first line of code will need to be this. Now you might ask, what does this code, what does this mean? Well, basically it's not for you, but it's for the machine. Well, anytime you do see this, you'll see what type of file this is on top of the extension of the name of the script of the file. So this is called a shebang line, and at the end of it, it shows Python 3. So that's the version of Python that we're running, is Python 3. And basically, when you run this file, the machine checks this first line, and it says, oh, this is a Python 3 file, and I need to run it as that. And so if you were to save this file and move it to a different computer, then that machine would also see that, and it would be able to interpret it the correct way. So moving on, let's output some text to the terminal. So we're going to use print, parentheses, quotes, hello world. Super simple, and you click this little run button at the top right, and as you can see, hello world is now printed to our terminal. I mean, it's as easy as that. Now, when you're working with Python files, you're most likely going to have several different projects that you're going to be working on, and in those projects you'll be importing different modules, and I'm going to show you how to import a module in just a moment. So, but what we need to do is what you need to do is you need to create a virtual environment for each of those projects. And what a virtual environment does is it allows you to install modules just into that virtual environment, so it's not installed directly onto your machine, and it doesn't clutter your machine. So let's create a virtual environment. So I'm going to type python-m space venv space env. Now env at the end stands for the name of our folder that it's going to create. I'm just going to hit enter. And as you can see, a folder called env was created. So if I just drop this down, now I know we're going to be working in the scripts folder. Now part of this is now done. We've created our virtual environment. Now we have to actually activate it to use that virtual environment. So if we come back down to the terminal, I'm going to type dot space the name of the folder, which is env /scripts /activate. And what this will do is it will activate that virtual environment. As you can see, you get this parentheses env close parentheses. That lets you know that virtual environment has now been activated. And any kind of modules that we install into this virtual environment, it will only be in this virtual environment. So unless you run the virtual environment, you will not have access to those modules that you've installed on it. So best practice, create your virtual environment, and let's go ahead and install a quick module. So to install a module, you're going to use pip. Pip is a package manager for Python. So you type pip install, and I'm just going to install the keyboard module. You can look that up. Keyboard is great. I mean, you can do a lot of stuff with that. And then to import that module, you'll just run import keyboard, and then, you know, down below this you would write out your different things that you would use to access this module, and that is about it. Thank you for joining me in this video, and I hope you have enjoyed this. Hit the like, subscribe button, and look for more of my videos. See if there's something else that can help you. Thank you.